Hey everybody, Larry Lawton here. I got a good video for you today. I am going to go over the Trump trial pretty in depth. You know, I've been doing a lot more of these kind of, I won't call them reactions, I will call them my opinion on certain things. Now, I do have an educated opinion. I was in prison for a long time. I studied the law for a long time. All I did was the law for 10 straight years. So I kind of know the ins and out of the system and what might happen to Donald Trump no matter what. But, you know, let me go right from the beginning. But before I get started, just thank or leave a cigar. They've been good guys to us. That's all I'm going to say. They really are. I really am happy that they are the ones who I jumped with first. Never regret in a minute. Very good company. Very good people, period. All right, now let me get on to Trump. You know, Donald Trump. Okay, what is going on with Donald Trump? Listen, I'm going to say that how I feel, the good, the bad, and the indifference. Okay, guys, I'm going to just say it. Donald Trump is a show. Joe Biden is a show. Listen, you can get mad at me all you want. I am a 62-year-old, pretty educated man looking from the outside, looking in and seeing what politicians do for us. I've been around a lot longer than most of you guys. My first election, I remember where I voted for was Ronald Reagan, actually. And I actually marched for him in the inaugural parade. I was in the Coast Guard at the time. But it's not about this. This is about what's going on in his case. First of all, the case he is fighting right now is he's on trial for. It's in New York City. It's by the state of New York they're calling it the hush money paid to Stormy Daniels. But, you know, it's more than that, guys. I think that's just sensational headlines. I'm sick and tired of the news. All media is bullshit. If you believe all media 100%, then you got to have your head examined. What you really need to do is go online like I do, and then go from, I'll take a Fox News article, a CNN article, I often take the BCC, British Broadcasting, BBC. I'll take the BBC. I'll look into the BBC, and I'm going to look into all of them. Now, you know, I said I'm going to say it like it is, and I'm going to keep it going. Believe it or not, as much as I'm kind of got my eyes opened by Nick and others to show that. Let me tell you something, guys, and I'll be honest with you. It's there's so much shit going on in the world right now. I mean, but a lot of people get worried about that the world, it's here, it's going to be end, or this is going to happen. I don't think you'll see it, or we'll see it in the way you're thinking, probably. I don't think so. But Donald Trump's trial here's what he did. He falsified records from his businesses to inflate the value of these properties. So let's just say you have a property at $1 million. Well, you get them to say it's $2 million, and you can take a loan out of more than what you paid for it. So that's what happens, is they inflate the values to get loans. Or don't lie. Don't lie on a form. I know a friend of mine who went to prison for that. Just a very renowned professional for nothing amount of money, and he signed the wrong form, and he knew it, and that's what put him in jeopardy, and he ended up going away for a few months. Not that it was a big deal. But anyway, so Donald Trump was doing that with his paperwork. Well, he was also paying all his legal costs and all his expenses for paying. Now, someone said, well, wait a minute, Larry, didn't he fund his own campaign? Whether you fund it or not, once you put your money or anybody's money into that campaign account, that can't straight up expenses, I'm sure. And because it's a donation. And it's going to a 501c3, which is a federal registered non-for-profit. So being both parties, I think, are non-for-profit, they can then take the money or whatever it is, and then they can dole it out. Now, is this really a crime? Is this really somewhere where we're all worried about it right now? I mean, I don't get it. Listen, he paid off a girl, Stormy Daniels, $130,000, or a McDougal, what's her name? Karen McDougal, I think her name was, and So he pays these off. He has the owner of the National Enquirer in his pocket. Pecker is his name, Peker. And so that guy was killing stories. They call it catch and kill, which means is they find people trying to sell a story about Donald Trump, maybe impregnating somebody or doing something. Secret Service protections goes along with them. That is not questionable where you are. They're there, and they will protect you. And they have authority like nobody's business, actually. And why not? Because any president will pardon them or give them, because it's going to be federal to begin with. So anyway, getting back to this. So now district and the district attorney's office or U.S. attorney's offices. Obviously, the Southern District of New York is one of the biggest and most powerful and most reputable district for the federal system. Now, I get it. They're hurt. Donald Trump sticks it in their face. He pushes it in their face. He's already gag ordered. He supposedly violated this gag order 10 times already. What's the judge going to do? Give him $1,000 fine, 10 grand? Like, really? He really gives a shit about that? But here's your problem. At what point is enough, Donald? Like, you are not above the law. I know you people want to believe it, but no, you can't shoot somebody on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. You might be the president, you might have been the president, but the president in this country is a citizen, and that's all he is a U.S. citizen after his presidency. Yes, is he a former president? Yes. I'm going to say this, and I know it's crazy, because, listen, I don't hate Trump. I don't hate Biden at all. I don't hate anybody, to be honest. There's a few I might, maybe the warden and certain people you guys might know. But anyway, here we are with these two gonna be, centenarian, not centenarians, 80, whatever that is, octogenarian or whatever that is. Leave all of that. I think it's very important that we start putting some kind of age height, limit, maybe 70. I know they used to make judges in the state of Florida. You can't run for another term if your skills you do have at 80. Listen to me, I can tell you something, guys. I feel good. I think I'm all right, even looking decent. Not decent, I'm fat, but you know what I mean, guys. I just want you guys all to know that we have a shit show going on right now. I'm going to bring my brother Dave back on. We're going to be talking about it. Dave's big into this. But I've been into it. I really have. I've been into it hard. And if anything happens out of the crazy ordinary, I'm going to go live. I'll let you know that too. Bunch of other stuff to go. But with that said, everybody, listen. Follow the Donald Trump trial. Please follow it. And let's see if he goes to jail. Have a great day, everybody. Please stay safe. And I will see you soon.